2 days after Mahinda Rajapaksa resigned as Sri Lanka's Prime Minister, it looks like Ranil Wickremesinghe is the front runner to become Prime Minister. However, there is objection against this already. Key religious leaders have now objected against any move to appoint him as the Prime Minister. All this comes as President Gotabaya promised to appoint a new Prime Minister in a bid to calm tensions in the island nation. Listen in.
රටේ ආරක්ෂාව තහවුරු කිරීමට කටයුතු කරන අතරම රටේ දේශපාලන ස්ථාවරත්වය ඇති කිරීම සඳහා මම සියලුම පක්ෂ නායකයින් සමග කටයුතු කරනවා.
Leaders of the political parties are set to meet the Speaker of the country's parliament later today to discuss the ongoing situation. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka's opposition parties, the SJB, is split over who will be the new Prime Minister. The SJB leader, Sajith Premadasa, has refused to accept the post of Prime Minister if President Gotabaya does not resign. The party's leading figure, Harin Fernando, announced that he has decided to remain independent of the party after Premadasa failed to take up the premiership. Many names are now being floated as the next possible Prime Minister of the country. For example, the SJB MP, Sarath Fonseca, and the United National Party leader, Ranil Wickremesinghe, but both will have to prove that they have the support of at least 113 MPs, with no parties or leader having majority as of now. There seems to be a political gridlock in Sri Lanka. Meanwhile, a Sri Lankan court has banned the Rajapaksas from leaving the country. There were earlier reports that the family could flee the nation, but the court has banned Mahinda Rajapaksa, his son Namal, and 15 other allies from leaving the country. The curfew was also temporarily lifted today, allowing people to stock up on essentials. People also rushed to the bus stand, hoping to return to their hometowns before any further restrictions set in again at 2 p.m. local time. Armed soldiers could be seen present on the streets of Colombo to maintain order. Monday's violence represents a turning point in the country's ongoing economic crisis. Weeks of peaceful demonstrations turned ugly and forced Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa to resign, but his departure has done little to mollify public anger. Ordinary Sri Lankans blame the government led by Gotabaya and other members of his family for the current economic crisis, which has now reduced reserves to just $15 million, stalling imports and bringing massive shortages to essential items like cooking gas, fuel and medicine. And for more details about what's happening in the island nation, our correspondent Dasuni Athaura has the latest from Colombo. Take a look.
While Sri Lankans continue to stage their protests outside the presidential secretariat, President Gotabaya Rajapaksa yesterday made it very clear that he will be appointing a new Prime Minister by this week, and that will be a Prime Minister that garners the confidence and the support both of the Parliament and that of the people. However, convening a media briefing this evening, religious leaders representing the Buddhist as well as Catholic faiths both vehemently disregarded the proposal that is now being publicly shared that it is possible for former Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe to be reappointed as Prime Minister under Gotabaya Rajapaksa's presidency. Much is expected in the coming hours here in Sri Lanka's political landscape. Stay with WION World is One as we bring you the developments here on ground. Reporting from Colombo, I'm Dasuni Athaura.
WION World is One is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.